Oh, damn. Y'all already got the likes up and shit. All right. All right. We are starting the night off wonderfully. Guys, thank you so very much for joining me. Of course, as you guys already know, we're going to give everybody some time to get up in here. But there's a lot that I need to share with you guys that you guys need to know. And also, I have a couple of story times for that ass. So let's give everybody some time so they can get in where they fit in on this wonderful day, this wonderful energy, you know. And yeah, here we go. Okay. Natural deer talking about hey. All right. All right, girl. We see you. We see you, dear. Hey, Trevor. Hey, baby. Hey, James. Spark up. Let's spark up. Let's go. Get ready for the message. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, no. Let's go. Hey, ho. Let's go. Uh-oh. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody better know. Let's go. Let's go. Uh-oh. Let's go. Hold up. I'm feeling it. Are y'all ready for this shit? Oh, shit. Roll it up. Roll it up. Hey, we rolling up. We rolling up. Hey, hey. Y'all know I gotta do this move every time to figure whack. Okay. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right side. Okay, there you go. Oh, Renee, I got a special surprise for your son. So when the music's over, I'm gonna do your surprise, girl. But happy birthday, you know. Hey, Light Leo. Hey, Tracy. Hey, y'all. Hey. Yes. Everybody in the chat, guess which deck we're going to use today. Just take a guess. Use your intuition. Egyptian or Starman? 1 for Egyptian, 2 for Starman. Let's see. Let me see where your intuition's at. Where's it at? Okay. And Light says Starman. Okay. Okay. Renee says I love surprises. Okay. 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 Get ready because the answer's coming. Okay. James says Starman always brings good news. That's biased. You're not in every reading, James. That's a damn lie. But okay. You over here stunting in the chat. Twice out of here. Okay. He's funny. Usually you're the one picking Egyptian. That's a shock. That's a shock. Uh-oh. That's a shock. That's a shock. So everybody is saying, most people are saying Starman. Okay. All right. So to everybody that took a guess, I'm very proud of y'all. But to those of you who chose number 2, I'm sorry, but that ain't it, boy. Today we are going to use the Egyptian Tarot. And please, everybody, do not listen to James because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He over here stunting in the chat, girl. He talking shit. That is not true. There's always good news when it comes to any deck that I use. Okay, but we also see, you know, the other side of things as well, Mr. James. But anyways, so there are some things that I want to share with you. First of all, guys, go ahead and let me know in the chat. And for those that will watch this in the playback, go ahead and leave it in the comments and let me know for which day you would like me to do the drawing. I was thinking either Saturday or Sunday. Okay. And it could be a time where everybody can come together. So everybody has a chance to kind of get in on the excitement. So everybody just let me know whether you want to do Saturday or Sunday and what time works best for you. Also, I wanted to share a couple of things that, well, before I get into the story times and all of that, I wanted to get into what I have been basically contemplating on in my time away, my time of rest, my time of solitude. And so, okay, that sounds good. Trevor says Sunday around 12. We'll see what everybody else says too, and we'll just take the average of the times. But there are a lot of things that I've been contemplating while I've been resting, right? And so, and you know what? Just to get it out of the way, I think I should tell the story times first because because I think that also rings very true to what we're dealing with and with the title, because the angels say they're big mad as fuck. And I'm going to tell y'all why, right? But here's the thing. So I want to thank everybody that reached out to me, first of all, before I get into anything. Thank you to those of you that have reached out to me after I informed you guys of what I've been dealing with, you know, with the stalking situation and all that extra, you know, activity going on around my home, feeling unsafe. I really do appreciate all of you guys reaching out to me and expressing your concern and sharing your experiences as well, and just offering that support system. And I really do appreciate that. Thank you guys for that. Also, thank you so much to all y'all that showed out on those readings with those likes, those comments, and I saw a couple shares. So I really do appreciate that. And the emails as well. They've been very heartwarming. So, you know, it made me feel a lot less alone in the situation, and it helped me to deal with it in a healthier way. Now, moving on from that, if there's anyone that is in the chat currently that needs my information to contact me, I've had a lot of people asking me about these one question readings. I've had a lot of people asking if I'm still doing that during the lives. Yes, I am. You guys can always just get a private reading through my website as well, though. So it's completely up to you. Information is always linked in the description box below. As a side note, let me go ahead and shut the door. Come on, Poppy. As a side note, I want to let you guys know that there was someone that, oh, they are Rachel. And I'm getting to that. But anyways, there was a side note where one of you guys also asked me about the Lotus Squad shirts. And I saw some of y'all who got some. So thank you guys so much for getting my merch. You guys can always check that out at teespring.com/store/Lotus Designs, or you can just check out the merch shelf that's also at the bottom of all of my videos as well. You can just browse, look at the prices, see if you want something, and cop that shit. So guys, thank you so much for your support and for keeping me going. Now, there were some things that I've been thinking about when it comes to everything that I brought to light in the past few videos, where I'm discussing, you know, demonic entities, I'm discussing gang stalking, I'm discussing reptilian energy, things of that nature. And, you know, I usually I'm super goofy, you know, I'm high, but I feel like I really need to convey this message to you guys in a more serious matter. So this may be a bit serious for the most part, but guys, please do listen. I know all about how to use the ether around us to be able to protect myself. But when you get hit with certain things unexpectedly after you've been doing the work and doing these things to protect yourself, keep your vibration high, there are always going to be unexpected things that will come our way. And that could just even be the universe simply trying to teach us certain lessons through certain experiences, or it just could simply be that that's just, divine timing, doing its magic. So as I've been using this time of rest and thinking back on everything that I've discussed with you guys on those topics, especially reptilian energy, especially with the generational curses and the spell work, one thing I will say is that I noticed that it's not just the people that we suspect it is. We have to remember that there are other people that know some secrets that maybe we have yet to learn, or maybe some of us may already know. Some people could be more on the darker spectrum of the spiritual realm. So when I say that, and I'm not going to go any deeper than that, but I just want you to know that there are people in power that are aware of these things. Okay. People that look up to Aleister Crowley, Those energies have also been perpetuated upon us in many different ways. Programming, TV, music. I mean, think about it. There was like some times where I was uploading videos, for example, right? And I usually use this time to sit outside and read, or I'll watch something on TV just for some background noise while I'm cleaning around the house or whatever, right? And I've noticed something. Most of the time during daytime television, you have Maury, you have Jerry Springer, you have, and I'm guilty of watching that shit and being, I may not be like Jerry, but like I'd be like Jerry in my head though, right? So I'm chilling, but then I'm also thinking to myself, damn, what is this really doing to my subconscious? All it is bickering, screaming, negativity, cheating, right? And it's like, we eat this shit up like it's freaking our daily dose of vegetables. We just tear that shit up. And it's like, we can't fault ourselves for it. I mean, it's everybody on some level likes drama, especially when it doesn't concern them, right? But I notice, what are we really putting a lot of focus into? And how is that manifesting in our lives? How is that also not, in a sense, spiritually attacking or causing spiritual attacks? I mean, remember how we discussed black mirrors? Your television is a black mirror, your laptop, your phone, it's everywhere. It's always in our hands. It creates dopamine in the brain. So it's literally like you're hooked. And so just with these things alone that I've been contemplating, it's like we really have to be careful of not only keeping our own vibration high, but watching out for what we're subjecting ourselves to. Because there seems to be a lot of things that may be harmless in the moment, but in the long term, is it really affecting you? Now, especially concerning spiritual works, spell works, curses and hexes, generational curses especially. I feel like a lot of us are waking up to that, and we're learning how to break the chains, break the shackles from our ankles, and be able to set ourselves free once and for all, and stopping the vicious cycle. And so this is a long process. It's a very painful process. It can also be quite lonely at times, right? So it's a major challenge. But at the end of the day, as long as we go inward to find the answers that we're seeking, or going inward in general, we need to find our way through the darkness. This will help us in breaking those chains, severing the soul ties. And sometimes we forget about that aspect as well. And this is where we get more into the ether. Using spell work and all of that is all fine and dandy, as long as you're healing and, herbal remedies and holistic approaches. But when it starts to get to where people are using fear mongering to pull on your energy, like a parasite, just like a narcissist or a psychopath or what have you. It's very parasitic in nature, but they feed on lower vibrational energy. So while you're listening to all that arguing or, you know, whatever it is that you may be watching, listening to, oh, I got the hoes, I got the money and the clothes, you know, and then, you know, but it's harmless because it's like, we know we don't have these ideals, but all these different things where they use fear, they use sex, they use anger, they use sadness, they make you codependent, right? In many different ways if we're not careful. And this can also trickle into our relationships, and we don't even realize it because it's subconscious, right? So I've been thinking a lot about that, and especially about the many different things going on in pop culture and the things going on, you know, in the news and in society as a whole. It's like, we really got to start opening our eyes and digging a little bit deeper within ourselves, because even I had my own little awakening. You know, if you wish to change the world, you must change yourself. And so I'm thinking all these things, and I'm like, damn, you know, there were some qualities about myself that I realized, and I didn't beat myself up over it this time. I let it wash over me, and I just felt it while I'm thinking all these things, and, you know, really kind of giving more attention to these dark works that are at work every day. It's like you cannot leave yourself in the line of fire, but you're set up to be in the line of fire, because that is what feeds not only the higher ups, but it feeds the reptilians. And that's also something else that, and this could be getting a little bit on, you know, the weird side of YouTube for certain people that don't believe, and that's okay. But I'm just sharing with you the things that I've discovered, the research that I've done, and just to know that they feed off the sexual energy, they feed off blood, and that's why we hear a lot about sacrifices and, you know, abuse cases, and all of this energy is meant to be food, fodder for the darkness to survive. But if we start to really continue down our path of the glow up, and this is why it's titled The Angels Say They're Big Mad AF, because you're doing better without them. You know, come to find out, there was a little detail that I found out from a friend of mine, where even in the spiritual realm, especially these reptilian-like energies, parasitic or just lower vibrational beings, these beings are wearing crystals as well. These beings are trying to use our same tactics against us. But see, this is where God comes in. This is where, if you guys believe in Jesus Christ, this is where Jesus Christ comes in. The ascended masters, whatever it is that you believe, your higher power, okay? Whatever brings light to your life. I don't care what you believe. We're all here in the same room for the same purpose, to keep the vibration raised. And if we don't pay attention to the other ways that we're being set up to be dragged back down, then we're going to step in on a landmine. Just like if you're in battle and you're not paying attention to all the ways that you know, to get caught slipping, and then you get caught slipping. So this is a way to think of that, since this is in fact a spiritual warfare. This is a spiritual battle. So besides all of that, I realized the fear that I was expressing, go have a seat, Poppy. Okay, I'll talk to you in a minute. The fear that I was expressing was senseless once I started realizing what its purpose was for, because I know it wasn't a purpose to serve God. I know it wasn't a purpose to serve my higher self. So what could it be? And I finally realized, wow, it's not always demons and reptilians and all these different things that can bring us down, jealous people, you know, hateful people, miserly people. Sometimes it is God testing you. Sometimes we have to lose something to gain. I forget that shit sometimes. Matter of fact, I forget it all the time because I'm so focused on how much it hurts, right? I know you guys can understand, right? You're so focused on, oh, damn, why did it have to be like this? Your ideas, your plans, it didn't go according to plan, but it went according to God's plan. It's going according to God's plan. And I feel like that's why, if you guys are starting to see that you're attracting more like-minded individuals, and if you find yourself reacting differently to gaslighting, to triangulation, or to people trying to blame shift, or to people trying to incite insecurity within you without you realizing it, like subtle put downs and little things like that. Like, now that we're educating ourselves about all of these things, and the more we talk about this stuff, the better our success rate will be. And so I've been doing some work, and I've decided I've been talking way too much about what I've been doing because I don't want everybody to know everything, and that's okay. But at the same time, I feel like we need to be talking about this a lot more, especially in the spiritual community, when it comes to the spiritual tactics of entrapment and exploitation, and how that can manifest in the people around you, and how we can better be warriors against said darkness. And that is with educating yourself on their tactics. That is with educating yourself on what they are, how they operate, right? So now moving on to the next portion. This is like a layered message, you guys. This is all deep, because have you guys been experiencing these lucid dreams where you felt like you were there? You had, even when you woke up, you were like trying to figure out, okay, was it a dream? It takes you a minute to realize, oh shit, it was a dream. It'll take you 30 minutes for some people, if it's especially, bam, in your face, right? I've been noticing that lately. And I want to share a couple of them with you and how I've interpreted them, because maybe there's a message in there for someone who needs to hear it. The first dream that I had after the whole, after I came back on the second time, after my rant, and I came back on and I played some black magic removal mantras. I had this dream. And it was interesting because it was another one of a very intimate nature, right? I don't want to get too graphic because I don't want to, I don't want to go that far, but it was an intimate dream. And it was someone that I've never seen before. Someone who's not usually my type. And it was like a union of two souls, and it felt so real. And I was just like, damn, I kind of wish I could go back to sleep so I could see him again. But you don't know him, though. Like, that was the first one. Then the second dream that I had was, and this is interesting because there were a few that I didn't share with you guys. And I may need to backtrack a little bit, because there were a few that I had prior to this where one of them was of wishy-washy. And I was in my apartment and I saw someone on the ground. Like they were on, and it was a gory sight, right? Let's just leave it at that. It was a gory sight. And I was just kind of like, what the, And then I was looking at him and I was looking at that, and I was like, oh my God, that's your energy. No wonder I'm finding, and then I started thinking, oh my God, this is probably the person that's been doing this to these animals over here by where I live. Now I'm like, oh shit, thank God I didn't let him get any closer, especially closer to Poppy, because I will burn a motherfucker down if they mess with my son. That's just how I feel. I know he's a cat, but he's my son. I don't give a damn what anybody has to say about it. So thank God that he didn't get all close, you know, and Poppy trusted him, because is that what you do, you know? And it's like, they play this role like they don't know what they're doing, but they know what they're doing. They have this darkness about them. It's interesting because this person did mention something about being a Mason, but I took it with a grain of salt, because you can't trust everything that's said to you. Poppy just meowed, so I guess it's confirmation that maybe what he said was true. Did y'all hear him? So that's the first dream. The second dream I had was of this guy that I've been talking to. Someone I used to go to school with. I know. I know. I know. What? Why does everything have to be about you all the time? Come here. What are you doing? Get your ass over there quick. Go. Get over there. So anyways, that's my son Poppy. And it's Poppy like poppy seed. Okay? So anyways, he wants everybody to know that he's my man. It's really weird. See? Stop. Stop, Poppy. Why are you talking to me like that? What? Stop. Go sit down. Go sit down. Everybody knows that you're my man. Go sit down. Stop. All right, Poppy, go. I'm in the middle of something. Thank you. Girl, y'all see. Oh, what? Poppy. Stop. Thank you. Stay seated. All right? Do you hear me? No, you need to sit in your butt, Papa. Zip it. All right? You get on my nerves. Anyway, so he's just like a damn man, girl. He might as well be my damn man. He get on my nerves. Okay, so this other guy that I've been talking to, right? What should we call him? We'll call him Captain Nut, because he's a little bit of a nutcase, but he owns that shit, right? And it's fine. Captain Nut. I've been talking to Captain Nut since we were in school, right? And I've never looked at him before in that way. He's always been my friend. Until we spent like 5 days together. Spur of the moment. And we hadn't seen each other in over 10 years. Right? So it was weird. The dream that I had about Captain Nut, it was very lucid. And it was like our souls were talking to each other. Our souls astral projected to each other in my dream, and we were saying everything that we didn't say to each other face to face. Right. And so I didn't mention it to him because, I'm kind of playing it cool too, because I don't want to chase anyone anymore, right? I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, if you want this, show me something. Don't just tell me. Show me. Girl, my alarm stays going off. And I'm like, just show me something. So I've been kind of just doing the female thing where you let a man chase. Never chase a man, ladies, right? So we talked here and there, and I still didn't mention it to him. And then it got to the point, this is why I had to backtrack a little bit, because then it got to a point that after I had this dream, we then talked on the phone. And this is when I was telling him what was going on, after I told you guys what was going on. And then there was a situation where, because drinking was going on, right? Like we were here, but then the drinking took us here. And I was just like, I already told you guys in the last video what was being said. And so I'm just like, something's not right. And if you're spiritually weak and, to be susceptible to that, if it's true, or if you're just fucking with my head, either way, it can't work. It can't. And I had to make that clear, but it was like, I still think about that dream, because it's like, I want to ask, is that really how you feel? But I know if I'm going to ask, I already know that he's going to deny it or try and hide it, because there's a lot of ego with a lot of people that I know. So moving on. So those dreams. Then there was another dream. I already told you about the intimate dream with that lovely stranger. Stranger danger, right? Like, but I don't know. The dream I had after that was, it was really kind of peculiar, because this other person I dreamt about, I've never, ever, ever in my life dreamt about them, ever. I used to go to school with them. We were best friends. We were clicked tight. And then all of a sudden she switched. And it was after, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. It was after a point in time where it was a whole mess. When her and her dude broke up, her dude pursued me. And so I think deep down, that's always been the problem. And then when I got together with one of my other exes, right? That was one of the guys she wanted and was pursuing, which I was unaware of, but he chose me and rejected her. So I don't know. Ever since then, there's been a slew of gossip. There's been, her trying to snub me, but then she'll come back around a little bit to see where I'm at and see how everything's going. And then, some other shit goes down where she's spreading more, so it's always been that dynamic. And I've always wondered why. And what's weird is this person was in my dream, and I've never dreamed about them before. And I was like, what the fuck? And so the dream consisted of me in a group of people, again, people I've never met before. And we were having such a wonderful time. I had my hair done, makeup done. We were going out. We were going out to either a concert or going somewhere, right? And for some reason, I didn't see anything else around me but the group that I was in. It was just, tunnel vision kind of. And she comes up beside me. And she runs up and she snips a lock of my hair. And I just remember I turned back, and I've never, ever, ever been so lucid and so present in a dream like this before. But I told her, I was like, look, Dust Trap. And that's her name. That's what we're going to call her. Look, Dust Trap. If you do anything with that, because when people take your items, they take your hair, they could put some shit on it. and start sending you stuff spiritually. So I don't trust that. And then you're coming in my dreams, my subconscious though, bitch. Oh no. So I said, listen here, Dust Trap. If you do anything with that, I will effing kill you. That's it. And she looked at me for a second, and I think she was shocked. Because I don't talk like that. Like, probably the inner me would be thinking it, but I usually don't say that, like, you know, just so matter-of-factly, you know. I was just like, look, if you do this, you don't even have two choices. You have one choice. I will effing pop your ass. And so I was just like, when I woke up, like immediately after I said that, I woke up and I was like, whoa. Because I noticed that after I said that and after she did that, it distracted me from the group I was in. And the group kept walking because they probably thought I was still there. Then I'm thinking, so scissors, swords. You've been talking shit. You cut off a lot of awesome relationships between me and a lot of mutual friends and even people that I haven't even met yet because of the shit that you've been talking. I also got from that somebody is big mad. Like the angels say, they're big mad AF because you're doing better without them and you've always done better. That's the funny part about it, guys. Narcissists, psychopaths, cluster B personality disordered people never go to people that are not good, right? Because then they have to match themselves and they're trying to avoid seeing themselves. So then they go to somebody like us who's empathic and nurturing and want to love and want to help and, and then they start with the manipulation tactics and they start with the triangulation and they start with the idealization and they start with the flattery, the excessive flattery. Remember, we did a reading on that. Then they start with the, and I'm seeing this a lot quicker now. Moving on to the next story though, I thought of that dream and I was just like, wow, I just realized some shit that like I always knew deep down, but I didn't know at the same time. And it makes me wonder what else has been said. But it's like so many years have passed. It's like, now what? What who's going to really admit that? But if those people were willing to listen to gossip, and if you guys are dealing with this especially, listen up. If those people were so quick to shun me or, stop talking to me or act funny with me over somebody's words rather than making their own opinion and judgment by meeting me, if they were so quick to do all that, then that's definitely not people I need in my life anyway. So she's not only took the original trash out, which was her that needed to be taken out, she also helped me take out all the other trash. So thank you, Dust Trap. Thank you so much for always showing your true colors at every single fucking function, girl, because I know what's going on, but let me tell you something. If you mess with me spiritually, I will collapse that ass. Moving on to the next story. Right? So recently, during this period of introspection, and I'm chilling, relaxing, feeling real good. Oh yeah, And so I needed some green, right? And speaking of that, since we've been going for almost an hour, you guys, I love y'all so much for chilling with me, listening to this, but trust me, it's relative. Okay. But I was like, you know what? I need some green today. Because one thing I will not do is backslide and overdo, go back to the party life where I was at. Because that did nothing for me. That did not make me money. Right? It did not help me be a better person. It brought my vibration down. It brought low vibrational people around me. It just was a shitty lifestyle, right? So moving on. This person that also I thought was equally taking the same journey, there's this dynamic that I can't explain. And we'll call him, let's see, what did I say for his name? We'll call him Dust Bucket because he's literally just like a bucket of dust, right? So I was like, damn, Dust Bucket, I need some green today. I really, on the cool though, like low key, I didn't want to reach out to him. I didn't want to talk to him because I'd already made the decision that I was done. But then I heard that my green lady, the Jolly Green Giant, when I hit her up, I was like, hey, you know, Jolly Green Giant, can I get that, you know, that double love? And she was like, I quit. And I was like, like literally, I don't know if you guys have ever felt that way when you've gotten that news. I don't know if y'all have ever gotten that news from the Jolly Green Giant, but let me tell you, my heart sank down to the motherfucking floor, man. I was so sad. I was like, what am I going to do next? Like, you were my leg. Like, you were always consistent. You were timely. You know, damn. And so, anyway, so I was like, damn, I guess I'm just going to have to swallow my pride and hit this dude up because I want some green, you know. So I kept it real short and sweet to the point. I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Can you help me meet Jolly Green Giant number 2? You know what I'm saying? So I can do what I need to do. Whoop, whoop. I'll smoke you out with help. And he goes, oh, you know, okay, I'll just give you their number, blase, blase. We get the information. I hang up. I hit that person up, and I've already moved on with life, right? Well, this person decides to call me back because I guess they were at work, which I wasn't expecting this at all. But they called me back, left a voicemail, because I was just kind of like, why are they calling me back? I got the number I needed. Like, thank you. I already said thank you. That should be it, right? And so, anyways, I was just being nice about it. I was just like, okay, I guess I'll call back, because he didn't really say much. It was inaudible. There were some parts that were inaudible, so I was like, okay, whatever. Let me just, since, you know, whatever. Let me see what he has to say. Curiosity killed the cat, right? So I call back, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, oh, hey, you know, I was just trying to say, hey, you know, but, you know, I was just, you know, oh, you know, I missed your voice, you know, I missed that voicemail, you know, I had to call back and see how you were doing, and, you know, and I was just like, yeah, I'm good. You know, everything's good. How are you? You know, and then we proceed to talk. So he's laying it on thick. He wants to come see me, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? It'll give us a chance to talk about everything, you know, that occurred between us, because there was a lot of lack of communication, intermittent communication with this person. So whenever it was convenient for them is when they would respond. If there were plans or what have you, they were not initiated by this person. So I started to feel like, you know what? I'm not going to chase you and do this whole thing again. We've been through this whole spiel. I don't need another rundown. Matter of fact, I've seen all I needed to see. And so I'm good. And so that was the issue that was mainly between us. And not to mention the fact that this dynamic that we had. Guys, pay attention to your gut, dude. Like, if somebody is just like, I don't know, they're saying all the right things on the surface, like they're you know, they're gassing you up, you know, oh, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. Again, excessive flattery. They're lacing you up, right? They lace you up like a New Balance, right? And so then all of a sudden they start to unlace you up for no reason at all. It's like, whoa, bro, like, you just laced me up to unlace me up. What was the purpose of lacing me up then? Because you tripping, dog. Like, you know, because the angels say they're big mad AF. And it's because you're doing better without them. They're jealous. They're trying to heat check you and see where you're at, see where your head's at, see if maybe you forgot what happened, see if they could change the narrative by letting a couple weeks or a couple months go by. But some of us in this motherfucking chat may have picture perfect memory, right? Photographic memory up in this bitch, right? You memorize numbers really easily, you know, and they expect you to forget. But then when you call them on their shit, the funny thing is, especially what makes people mad, and this is something I noticed with this person especially, because, you know, you got to keep putting your foot down, right? I find it funny. I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. All the times I'm dying, or whatever the fuck he says. So anyways, because that's a depressed ass song. Never mind. So anyways, I do find it kind of funny, and I find it kind of sad though, because while we were talking and I was basically mirroring right? Return negative energy back to sender 100-fold. So not only am I mirroring it, it's full throttle, right? Like it's 100-fold. You feel what I'm saying? Right? And so I find it funny, and I kind of find it sad. I find it sad as well, because when you do the same thing to people that people do to you, that's when they get the maddest. The angels say they're mad AF. They're big mad AF. When the gaslighting stops working, when the hoovering ain't hoovering anymore, when the bullshit excuses and the misdirection, you stay on the question that you were asking, noticing that they're dancing around the answer to the question that you had just asked. Most of the time you're asking yes or no questions, and they start giving you a storybook. You need to pay attention to that. I notice a lot of that, and that gets exhausting. You feel what I'm saying? That gets exhausting. And it was funny because this person made a comment. I want you guys just to follow me. This person made a comment that I think is funny. They brought up something that I said to them a long while ago. Like I expressed this a long time ago. I was like, look, I notice every time we talk, because he was asking, what's the example? Dust bucket was dusting it up. And I was like, bro, like I had just dusted, dog. Like you tripping, bro. Like every time. And so I'm like, why is it every time I talk, you either talk over me or you're looking to the side? But then you want me to hear everything that you're saying. You want me to respond, blah, blah, blah. And so he couldn't answer that question. I'm telling you, he was just dancing around the motherfucker. So I just kept asking. Like, I was just like, look, you're not answering my question. I didn't ask all that. I'm just saying, like, I noticed that you look to the side when I'm talking to you, and I find that to be rude. I said, did anybody teach you etiquette, or, did anybody not teach you that was rude? And so obviously he was confused and lost. He was like, like he went into the wrong place, And so I'm like, yeah, no, really, did no one teach you that's you have no manners? Like, where's the respect at? Then this person had the nerve to get irritated with me because I was asking valid questions about things that I had always wanted to ask him, especially concerning things that was done behind my back or said behind my back, right? So I'm asking questions, and it's not like a hostile, what the fuck I was very calm in my approach, right? And so I'm just asking him, I'm like, hey, I'm Nicole, this is how I felt about blah, blah, blase, like, did you do this? And he would get offended. And I was like, then he'd be like, I don't even know why you're asking that. And I was like, because I can ask whatever the fuck I want in my own house. Dust bucket. I said, and I don't understand why you're confused that I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, and that's not up for you to say. Dust bucket. I don't remember you paying any bills. Dust bucket. You don't even have bills of your own, dust bucket. You need to back that dust up, bitch, because I don't have time for dust crust, and no, I don't have time for your little must. Right? So when I started to put the foot down like that, then Dust Bucket was upset. Then all the little slick disses and, the little bullshit ass backhanded compliments, that I'm not going to waste my time repeating because they're dumb, right? But I noticed, do you guys ever notice stuff like that? Then there was a comment that was made where we were walking, right? And your girl power work. Power work. I power walk, right? And that's like usually my warm up before I work out. So I'm in the zone. I'm listening to music, and we were trying to catch our ride, the bus. And so I'm like, no, Google Maps said we got this, and this time, and we need to go now. And I said, no, we can't. He's like, do you want to hit this? I'm like, no, bro, just let's go, bro, because we got a zip, bro. We literally only have like a couple minutes in between. So anyway, so I'm walking. I'm in my own zone, and I'm not trying to hear all the bullshit, the pettiness, the little catty things that only you would think women would do, with other women, but it was a guy. So anyways, we're power walking. And I could tell it was something symbolic in this, guys. I want you to listen closely, okay? Watch this. So I was walking I was briskly walking. And we had just made it. We had made it right on time too, because I was on SP. Had we been a little slower, we would have missed that bitch. So I was like, see, but I noticed that Dust Bucket couldn't keep up. And you know what that symbolized to me? He can't keep up with me. It had nothing to do with the walking specifically. Although, yes, that was a, consider that to be a literal statement, but it was very metaphorical, more of a figurative or metaphorical statement that he could not keep up with me. And he knew it because there was a comment made saying, I had to run just to keep up with you. And I'm like, really, Dust Bucket? Yeah, well, but we made it though, right? And he's like, yeah, we did. I said, see, you got to get there. You can't just dollygag and ass around all day. You got to, let's go. Right? Ain't got time to fuck with you, So anyways, then there was another statement when we were out. Every time I leave the house, you guys, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn because I don't think I'm the baddest thing in the world. I just take care of myself. I tried to be the best to myself, right? And so I do notice a lot of people stare. And personally, I find it to be rude because it is rude. It's okay to think someone's attractive because a lot of people try to tell me that too. And I'm like, I get that because I get irritated because I can feel it, right? So I'm like, as long as I just not look in their eyes and look at them looking at me, I'll be good. So that's usually what I try and do. And I move quick and I get the fuck in and I get the fuck out. And so he had made a comment about that. Dust Bucket was like, and I noticed when we were out, everybody was looking at you. And, I just felt like I was king of the world. And I was thinking, no, baby. You cannot even keep up with a power walk, bitch. So you definitely can't keep up with me, not only spiritually, you definitely can't keep up emotionally and physically, obviously, because your walking skills ain't on point. And you obviously can't keep up with me in general. Because it shows when somebody's ego feels the need to always present itself, when they always come across as though they're trying to prove something to you or appear superior to you, that is a mask to some underlying insecurities. Period, point blank. And because we are the target of that being projected upon us, we tend to think that it's ourselves. But the angels say they're big mad AF because you're doing better than them and you're doing better without them. Now, she said dusty ball snatch. Is that a term for a male? I thought that was a term for a female. AK said all my stories. You like my stories, girl? Awesome. Oh, yes. That's so funny. I wanted to get the goods. Okay, so anyway, let's get into this reading though specifically because James, and I hope you're in here. James, are you in here? Because I'm about to show you something, boy. I'm about to show you that there's something good coming to us. And that's why the angels say they're big mad as fuck. Because we're doing better than them and we're doing better without them. And they're like, anybody's going to use any desperate means necessary, whether they're going to try and hire somebody to do some shit to you, whether it may even be generational curses doing this shit to you, whether it may be the energies that be, the powers that be currently, the higher ups or what have you, it's a combination, right? But we're rising above it and people can't help but notice that. And they're stuck in the matrix. They're going to be stuck in the 3D while we have already transitioned into the 5D. This is the thing. People cannot, they don't have to, you don't have to have all these nice things in the world. You don't have to walk around with Gucci. You don't have to walk around with these name brand things or have all the best cars, the best house, the biggest this, the biggest that. You don't have to have all these things because people can see within your heart, your spirit. They can feel it. And I think that's what it is with me. They can feel me. It's not all about just how I look on the outside because there are people that look better than me. And I know it because I'm personally attracted to them and would make them wifey. But I'm just saying, right? And I'm not saying that I'm ugly either, because I'm far from that. But at the same time, I'm not all that. So I know it's not just the looks that people are just staring at. You feel me, and you're confused as to how you can feel me. When people are around the squad, the Lotus Squad, people that I am now attracting and manifesting. When I tell y'all, when we do this party bus thing, I'm telling y'all, I want to do a huge meet and greet, period, point blank. And I want everybody to have their Lotus Squad shirts. So everybody go to teespring.com/store/Lotus Designs and go get your Lotus Squad t-shirts today. I got Narc Slayer t-shirts as well. All these different things will be perfect for the meetup, because all of us may have this quality about us and we may not understand it, because so many people have tried to distract us from it by bringing us down and projecting their own darkness onto us. But darkness always prevails over the light. And that is where I finally reached when it came to my conclusion. That is the conclusion of all of this. And people know it. They know it. We don't even have to be talking to them anymore. And they feel the shift within you, especially if you guys have been working hard on generational curses. And that also goes back to return negative energy back to sender 100-fold, because generational curses are included in that. So when it comes to that, that's a long process, albeit long. It is a valuable one, because you're set free for the rest of your life. Nothing can control you. Nobody can manipulate you. You can see past the veil. Nobody can pull wool over your eyes anymore, because wool don't even motherfucking exist in the motherfucking 5D. Matter of fact, we got that 5D wool, dog. You got to upgrade that. We got that 5D wool. You coming up with that 3D, boy. The fuck out of here. So that's why the angels say they're big mad as fuck, because that's just real shit. Period. So not all is lost. But see, here's the funny part. Remember how at the beginning I was telling you how I was feeling? I was fearful. I was sad. Doom and gloom. All is lost. What the fuck, But there's a way, and there's a motherfucking will. There's a motherfucking way. And baby, best believe the Lotus Squad will find a fucking way to prevail over all this darkness. We ain't worried about love per se right now. I'm not saying that we're blocking love out, but we're trying to forgive ourselves. We're healing ourselves. We're taking care of ourselves. And the more we stand in that energy, the more we stand our ground, the more we stand for our beliefs and our standards, the more we stand up for what's right and stand up for the light. That is when we can truly not only manifest abundance, prosperity, happiness, but we can attract love. True, healthy, sustainable love. Period. With 3 T's. So we just had an hour sermon before this reading, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle these damn cards. Let me take a sip. The weird thing, you guys. Oh, Renee. Oh my God. Everybody right now, smoke break. We haven't done a smoke break in forever, even though I cheated and smoked before. But guys, I have a surprise for you, Renee. Get ready, okay? Renee, so is your son with you right now? If not, show him this part, okay? Timestamp. Somebody timestamp this at 58:29. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Renee's son. Happy birthday to you. With your stinking ass. Okay, so that was for him. Girl, don't think I forgot. There's your surprise. I had to surprise you with the surprise. You see how I did that, girl? I got you, Renee. I always got y'all. That's so funny. Is it your birthday too, Jennifer? Girl, stop lying. Oh, you mean, wait, are you talking about Archangel Gabriel, or you're saying that your son is your angel? Damn it. That could go so many ways. Now I know why Hollywood made movies about zombies are really about the yes. Oh my God, I never thought about it like that, James. That is awesome. I never fucking thought about that. Oh, you're good. It's November, but it's my birthday every day. No, Jennifer, that's not fair. You have to wait until November for me to sing it to you, girl. I do it for everybody's birthday, girl. But it has to be the real day. You can't be cheating. Okay, hold on. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. All right. Here we go. We're going to shuffle, okay? My son's is Monday. Okay, come back on here when I go live on Monday, Jennifer. I'll sing. Okay? So that'll be our little surprise to him. You can even get his cake out and be like, Mistress Lotus is going to sing happy birthday to you. Even though you don't even know who that is, she's going to sing it just for you. He's going to be like, oh, really, Mom? Yeah. Mistress Lotus, fuck yeah, dude. I don't even know. Girl, that's crazy. I don't need to be smoking no more. Possible. Oh, thank you, Twan. Twan says, I'm sexy. Thanks. I'm also dorky. And you just saw that. Look, I killed the sexiness. Oh, I love that name. Peyton. It's cute. My little brother's name is Layton. Peyton and Layton. Hey, what's up, girl? Girl, we need to link up, girl. You know what? Screw it. We're going to do the party bus meetup today. Oh my gosh. That's funny. All right, here we go, you guys. So, I've been noticing a lot of karmic energy. And somebody timestamp this. This will be at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 59. Here we go. So, the energy I've been picking up on is very karmic. And there have been some things I've been researching. Let me put these down for a second. Let me kind of imprint a bit. The energies that I've been noticing are red and black. This could be in the form of nails, clothes, things on items. Maybe your eye is noticing those colors a lot more. When you see red and black, that reminds me of reversals. That's exactly what it is. And lately on the street, I've been noticing a lot more red vehicles. And I'm not gonna lie, that's not always a common color to see on the road in groups, right? So, and then I noticed the white and the black. Then I started noticing random colors, like one yellow car, one, bright yellow, one bright orange car, one light green car that actually looked good. I wouldn't pick those colors, but it looked good on the vehicle. And listen, I look at vehicles like I look at women. If she's sexy and has a fat ass, I'm gonna be like, damn, So that's how I look at cars. So I know that's probably why I notice them a lot more. But anyways, red is triumphing over the black. The red aspects when it comes to reversal spells talks about the black not only protecting you, but you're banishing away the darkness, the binding spells, the doll spells, especially when you use mirrors. Okay. The bindings, the love spells even, the root work, the breakup spells, the goofer spells, the generational curses, all these different things represent the black. You're burning that off first to cast it and reverse it. Then you bring in the red aspect, which is not only indicative of your root chakra, which is your resources, your finances, your home, your relationships, your everything in the physical 3D realm that you can think of. That is the root chakra. And so not only will it remove the blockages from that, reverse anything that may be causing blockages in that chakra center, I also noticed the yellow and the green, as I stated before, the light blue even. I feel like all the chakras are now aligning and they're starting to unblock at separate times. But again, it's a slow process. It's a lot to pull out. And now that we're aligning, there's this karmic shift that comes with that. And as we are rising, there are those that may choose to stay stagnant or stay stuck out of fear, out of whatever it is that they're feeling at the time. Ego, especially. Ego keeps people trapped in their own prison while they're bringing hell to everyone around them and making their lives a prison of a living hell, right? But these red aspects that are coming back to you, there was something that came to me about that, especially concerning karma. By this coming full moon and the following 2 full moons after this upcoming one, okay, the next 3 full moons, especially this upcoming one, you will start to see things shift in an immense way. Things will start to completely open up. Like a road opener. Like you can finally see your way forward, like you're finally free of said shackles that we were speaking of prior. The shackles of generational curses, your own mind. So, with these karmic energies, there's going to be a lot that's going to come out in the wash, you guys. And I feel like there are a lot of secrets that have come to the light. Some of us may be feeling extremely drained because of everything that we need to take care of. Although we are working towards our greater good, all the things that we are responsible for may be a little bit overwhelming currently. We really may need to get away, take some time to ourselves completely, away from the hustle and bustle of city life. Go out in nature. Go to a retreat, a spa. Go to a new city. I've heard of people just taking the bus to a new city and going to a hotel and just being somewhere just to be somewhere else. It's cheap and it's a good idea, and I never thought of it. So I was like, damn, okay, that's not all is lost. You can do that too, girl. Right? Some of us may be contemplating wanting to step outside of our comfort zone, so much so to the point to where we can go out and meet new people and find different connections that could be very beneficial to us later on and down the road. And this could be in financial ways, emotional ways, all of the above. But some of us are still purging. Girl, Jennifer, I feel the same way, but at the same time, if he can't connect with me mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I'm not even sexually attracted to that person. It's like I'm literally closed for business, girl. And then I start getting all manly on purpose because I'm just like, oh no, I don't like you. Fuck you. But if he can like level with me, I'm like, oh my God. What time do you want it? Right? But now it's like while we're shifting and breaking free and using our voice more, and some of us are using our bodies a lot more. Some of us could be doing like Zumba classes or, using dancing as a form. Oh, I used to love to do that every Friday. I'd go out on 80s night and just dance for hours. That would be my workout. Some of you guys could be getting more into that. Some of you guys may be in the performing arts where you do things like that. I also feel like some of us are focusing more so on not being in the house so much and trying to get ourselves outside of our head. We're trying to be more mindful while we're doing the monotonous tasks around the house. We are being more mindful when it comes to us focusing on the long term and how we're going to get to where we desire to be. And so all of this takes solitude sometimes, and we forget that. But when we finally embrace that time that we have of solitude, we can then move forward and gain wisdom from the knowledge that we get whenever we educate ourselves on whatever we're trying to learn at the time. I feel like we're reaching this place of acceptance. First card came out. I'm going to let it be a surprise, guys. Usually I'm just like this. I want to see how it's all laid out because I've noticed, especially with Egyptian Tarot, I like it better to view as the spread completely. Oh, that sounds so lovely, Blue Flame. That's perfect. Exactly. It's a perfect place to get away. But there's a lot concerning, and I like how we discuss the root chakra because I'm noticing the pentacles coming here, and that's exactly what pentacles represent. They're basically the essence of the 3D realm. It's not just about money, and it's not just about relationships. You know what I mean? It can also be principalities, mindsets, emotions, and all of the above. And so far, what I'm seeing is while we are leaving behind all of these different paths that we've been walking down, as we're finally reaching this acceptance that I'm feeling with having to let go of certain people because they're not a part of your journey, they're not a part of your higher purpose, letting go of certain things that you've been paying for that's been draining you, letting go of the baggage. That's an interesting card that came out while I'm talking about this. We're letting go of the baggage here. Why does this stick out to me, you guys? Who here is a Sagittarius? Sagittarius Venus, I'll raise my hand. Who here is a Sagittarius or knows one? Because this person right here, you've been having conflict with this person. Again, the ego. There's so much ego oozing out of this person. They're not emotionally stable. They don't plan for the long term. They want everything now. They don't want to work for anyone or anything. They don't want to resolve any issues. All they care about is getting fucked up for some of you that are dealing with this energy. Drinking a lot, or they like to party a lot, go out and do crazy stuff, or they may overindulge in some way. Or maybe it's just because this person is only thinking about getting what they want right then and feeling good in the moment. They don't want to work for that long, hard, grueling 5 to 10 years of building an empire when they could just try and do get rich quick schemes, or they could just try and swindle people out of their money, or they could just get sex right now without the commitment, or they could just, be verbally abusive and egoistic just to make themselves appear as though they're on top when they're really at the bottom. This is the energy that I see. We've had conflict with this, and we've made these changes already to just leave it behind. There's definitely some family members here that do have not only an ego problem, but they have this jealousy problem. They're not... See, there are still a lot of people I've noticed as well living in the past. They're still looking at the past. They're still treating us like the person that they thought that we were in the past, because I'm realizing that not only do they not know who I am currently, they also never knew who I was, although they think that they knew who I really was. Well, really, they didn't even try. This is what this energy is. Or maybe they knew all along and didn't give a damn. And they wanted the easiest thing next to them. And so they took it. They stepped outside the relationship, or they caused these problems. Or there's somebody in the family here that's been causing problems, losing their temper. They're an alcoholic. They blow their money. They probably blow their money on alcohol or whatever vice they have. They just blow it all. They don't care. They're not thinking about, damn, I'm going to have to save up for bills at some point, or, damn, I'm going to have to do, adult things at some point, because the bills, they do keep coming, right? This person, this is not somebody that you have a long-term relationship. This is like a smash and dash for maybe a little cash type of person. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. No. And don't take what I say as bad news, guys. I want you to take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Because I'm trying to hit on all cylinders. Not everybody's just dealing with love, and not everybody's just dealing with family, But it's all relative because, interesting. Oh, see, somebody... Oh, see. Oh, no. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that we're done feeling disappointed. We're done being disappointed. We're done settling for less. We were done yesterday. You know what I mean? And so we're definitely done today. But there came a point where we just had to walk away because the maturity level was not on the same level. Somebody stopped growing in this relationship, so we changed our minds. Somebody's still, again, looking at the past, or they could still be stuck in this certain, childlike maturity level. They're underdeveloped brain, they don't have empathy for anybody. They're always in the ego. They don't know how to engage in a real way. I mean, we were forced to. We've walked away here. Yet I see that there are so many offers coming in that we're taking our time currently to really look at what we have and what we're going to do with it. And some of us really have decided that anybody that has come in at this current time, you're more focused on yourself because somebody is not taking the initiative. I see so many, oh my God. When I see the Knight of Chalices, think about this. There's already, while we're coming out of this energy, there's already somebody coming in. We just don't see it coming yet. It could be a water sign for some of us, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or somebody, doesn't have to be that sign necessarily, but somebody's definitely coming in with a love offer and they're taking action in doing so. Some of them could be showing up, meeting up with you somewhere, or asking you out on a date. There could be offers of jobs. You could be getting emails saying, hey, I've seen your resume. Can you come in? Are you still interested in employment? You're getting phone calls. You're having to pick to see what's best for you. When maybe at one time, you felt like, damn, I'm blocked. I can't get anything. Now you're getting a slew of things. And they're all wonderful opportunities. And with love, we have to, and this is something that I heard from someone I've been listening to lately. I'm not sure if you've heard of him, but R.C. Blakes. I really like listening to that man. Although we have different belief systems, and he's more religious, I'm more spiritual, I still listen to his wisdom. And it makes a lot of sense because once you start to value yourself, of course, people that are of cluster B personality disordered, people that are charactered that way or have those personality disordered, they will try to tear it down. They will try to step in the way in some way. I think that's what's happening here. There could also be, and I noticed a lot of jealous energy, you guys. Like, I know that's not necessarily in the title, but that's one of the factors that's feeding why they're big mad as fuck. Because somebody knows that this is coming in, although we may not be focused on this right now. We're not going out and seeking love, but somebody's coming in. We're going out more so now. We're starting to see the world as our oyster. we're coming from a place of love. There's definitely somebody that's very seductive and very charming. They're charismatic. That's coming in, and it's going to catch you off guard because we've grown so used to, this energy that we've walked away from, that we've already decided, oh no, this isn't for me. We may have lost money, time, energy. We may have felt lonely for a time, but then we started picking ourselves back up because I know it's hard dealing with having to walk away from family members, right? And so there may have come a point where we even had to do that for our sanity and for our mental health, for our wellness. Because there are people that have not been taking the initiative because of their fears, right? Like they haven't been taking action because of their fears yet. They'd rather double down on something that maybe is just draining them emotionally, draining them financially, just to have someone. Someone doesn't want to be alone. Someone's definitely been using people for money, and I've noticed that. But yet, there's going to be some indecision with how they're going to come in because now they see that the reason why we walked away was because we deserved better and we finally realized it. And now we have better coming in every sense of the words. Not just in opportunities with love, but financial opportunities. You're starting to get creative more. You're starting to tap into your passions again. You're starting to have a zest for life again. See, you're putting in the work. What I tell you, it's karmic. See, like we've reversed it. So anything that has been, bringing us down in some way, anything that seems to always cause some sort of blockage is now being reversed and sent the other way. And we're focused on maintaining our focus and keeping our eye on the prize. We're working hard for what it is that we envision when it comes to our dream or dreams, whatever we want to do. We're focused on our home. We're establishing our own foundations to start our own family away from the toxicity, away from, the abuse, away from being used and disappointed and feeling hopeless and feeling the sadness. Now we are finding our own happiness. We don't need an outer source like narcissists do. We don't have to suck off anyone else to be happy. That sounds kind of dirty, but we can supply our own energy naturally. And I think that's something that these type of people envy the most because they cannot duplicate that. Because it's a feeling, not an act. They don't realize the hard work that we've been putting in, and that we've earned our position. People try to make you feel less than, to try and make themselves feel better, but it's only like trying to fill or fulfill a bottomless void. But they see us, we're hardworking, we're stable, we take care of everything around us. It seems like we have our lives in order, but really, we may not. We make mistakes along our way because we're human. But now, because we've changed our mind and put more focus into ourselves, we're starting to glow brighter. Our status, our social status, our financial status, they're starting to change in a positive direction. Like I said, the next full moon, you can start to see things shift in a big way. It's going to accelerate. And it's interesting how I just knocked out these cards. So let's pause. So already we see this karmic shift where certain things may not be going according to plan, or somebody is now hitting rock bottom. This could be a motherly figure, or this could be someone that has a baby by someone that we may have been with in the past, or someone that has a mother, that maybe their mother was a third party, always causing problems in the middle of your relationship and spreading rumors and all these different things. It could be a plethora of applications when it comes to the Empress reversed. Somebody here that is very codependent. They are emotionally codependent, financially codependent. They're unable to manifest anything of their own, so they have to leech off someone else to be able to get it. Again, very parasitic. There could be someone here that's dealing with a situation where somebody that may have been pregnant may have had complications with this here, and now things are starting to shift. Maybe this was the unexpected happenstance that occurred either for some of you that are listening, or some of the people that we may have walked away from in their third party. Now there's a situation with that. There's also something that I want to point out, and I usually forget to mention. Ladies, be sure to, be mindful of your health, because the Empress reverse can represent hormonal imbalances. You can also look up natural remedies to help you with that. Because some of you guys could literally be dealing with your health concerning, the womb area. Take care of that. I definitely see that some of us may have been feeling like things have been at a standstill for a time, yet I see this energy coming. And this energy. Now we have the, oh no. I want you to look at how this looks. The third party is looking at someone we may have been dealing with, or maybe this could be a mother and a father for some of us right here, literally. And they were abusive, they were manipulative, they played with your emotions. All you ever did was try to express yourself freely. They never listened to you, they tried to tear you down, and you decided to end things, and now things are transforming. Now things are being reversed on these kinds of people that bring this energy. I even see narcissistic energy again. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio for some of you, or a Pisces or a Cancer that's just very angry, or they're very insecure. Again, I see a lot of codependent energy. Somebody is looking at someone that they tried to take away from us, or someone that, was the third party, and they don't give a shit. They want to confess how they feel to us, but now someone's deciding to end things because they're done. Somebody doesn't give a damn. They just left them broken on the floor, on their knees. This is transforming. And now this karmic shift that's taking place, those that had someone that triangulated us here, now this is what they're dealing with. Again, somebody all in the ego. Ego, ego, ego. Nothing but ego. They can never look within to admit their faults. They always have to shift the blame. They always have to throw people under the bus. They always have to make people feel less than. And this is the kind of person here that stays with this kind of energy because they either need, approval from other people, or maybe this person is just, ignoring and denying their intuitive response, because, out of love, but then that love turns to anger because, all of this. And then it then transforms into insecurity, but now we're transforming this into this more loving energy. Like we're in this puppy love stage again, even after all of this that we've come out of. The lies, the betrayal, the tears shed. Some of us could be dealing with drugs and drinking specifically that could have caused all of this. And someone's expressing this, but they have to end things because somebody doesn't want to admit. Somebody doesn't want to look at themselves. This death card is really sticking out to me right now, and so is the Six of Chalices reversed. Again, they're stuck in the past. They haven't healed their wounds. They decided to stay bound to the generational curses and everything that's been perpetuated against us, anything oppressive, anything that made us deny our feelings, anything like this. They're stuck. So there's nothing that we can do for them. There's nothing that, you know what I mean? This is who they were before we came along, and we realize that now. Now we're building from the ground up, and people don't see how we're doing it, but they couldn't. That's what it is. And they're big mad. It makes them look bad, doesn't it? It makes them look bad. Interesting. Don't ever let anybody trick you into chasing them. I see somebody like this. Let me show you who he is. This is the guy. It could be a Cancer for some of us that we've already moved on from. This is the guy that loves to take advantage of vulnerable women. They love women that are insecure. They love women that make them feel needed. They love being able to find somebody they can take advantage of, somebody that'll believe their mask. They'll believe without question everything that they say. They love that. They also love to manipulate people that are very strong-minded and that call them on their bullshit. So this is when the gaslighting starts. But to everybody else, he's like this stand-up guy or the stand-up girl. But really, they're not. Definitely an alcoholic or a drug abuser. Definitely somebody that tells lies. Definitely somebody that loves to try to make other people jealous. Loves saying things and doing things just for the sole purpose of making you feel like shit whenever you feel happy. They don't like it when you're happy when it's not because of them. So when you're telling them about how your day was, and they just say anything. They may start a petty ass argument for no reason, or they may try to say something cutting just to deter you from doing what they never could. It's jealousy. And it's also the fact that they don't have the capacity to love because they deny their feelings. They never talk about their feelings. They never admit it. They cover it up with alcohol or drugs. They're running from themselves, not realizing that they're running into a brick wall. Period. I don't even know why I vocalized period, but you get it. Like, what? I'm like looking at him like, bro. And here we are. The Chariot is all about success. The Chariot is all about precision, focus, drive. This is our energy. This even is our energy. The Knight of Swords. If we see something foul, we're not going to sit around and message you back and forth. We're either going to say what we need to say and cut your head off and then block you, or we're just going to say what we need to say and move the fuck on. You're ghosted. Some of us may even just leave, but there's somebody trying to come back behind us, trying to get to us in some way. They may try to use other family members. They may try to use other people that you guys may know together. They may try to use even people that, I don't know, people that are on your social media page. Because I see there's a lot of anger. I mean, look, the angels say they're big mad as fuck. Look at his face, girl. He's like, no, fuck you. Don't go. Don't end things. Or they get mad when you make that decision for yourself, for your higher self. And this is what happens. This is what happens. We're moving away from anything that drains us emotionally. Look at that. You see how it's behind the Chariot. We're gone. We're done dealing with people that we just get this weird sense from. We may feel super tired around them. We may feel annoyed and irritable around them. We may feel like it's just exhausting having to deal with them, or whatever they cause to where you're not getting along for no reason. That is just to take the focus off of what they feel, what they know they feel. They feel inadequate around us because all these people feel inadequate around us because they see the success. They know what we will be before we may have even realized it about ourselves. They see our potential. They know our gifts and abilities. They can feel it, guys. It can't be duplicated. You can't go get plastic surgery to beat the real thing, baby. Right? That's the thing. Like, people try to look outside of themselves and do things outside of themselves, not knocking anybody who does it, but I'm just saying it's an example. Not knocking anybody, but you can't do anything outer. You can't do anything outside of yourself to change that. And we realize that. There's definitely, I swear, somebody's back on the booze, bro. Somebody's dealing with the breakup, bro. Somebody's getting, somebody could have already been married while they were with us. And now they're like, it's done. It's over with. And we already moved on. Somebody's moving out. They may have moved in together because I'm seeing this Four of Wands reversed. What? All this just came in. Here we are doing our thing, focusing on what matters. And all this is going on in the background. Some of us could be picking up on this in some way. Somebody's getting divorced, seriously. There are 3 divorce cards here. That's intense. They're taking their stuff. Look, they took their stuff out, girl. Like like it's done, never to be rekindled again at this point with the Karmic especially. Somebody may have done something regarding their children. Maybe they're fighting for custody. Somebody's on the losing battle. They took the kids with them, or there could be a situation where the third party may have said that they were pregnant and it could have been a lie the whole time, or there was a decision made here and now somebody's breaking up because they realize they don't want this person anyway. It was just a good time. Someone was just feeling that way, or it was just about money, or it was just about outer things, or to make someone else jealous, or whatever. It was a means to an end. This is done. Any breakdown in communication that we've dealt with when it came to us trying to express ourselves, they may try to, talk over us or one up us in some way, or again, just divert the attention away from it. But we've decided we're done. And now the blockages that we may have been dealing with and now coming out of for so long, especially when it concerns generational curses and the programming throughout society, I see that that's now shifting off of us. And now, oh my God, you guys are going to love this. Now, this is the outcome. Now, this is the outcome. Now, somebody sees that they missed an opportunity, a glorious opportunity. They're looking back now that they're dealing with the loss, now that they're dealing with the karma, now that they're dealing with the shame, now that they're looking back at us and they see that we're doing better without them. Oh yeah, now they don't have anywhere to go. And now all they see for us is this. All we have to look forward to is emotional fulfillment, success, growth. Other people see that we are victorious. There are 2 cards here that speaks of victory. And the first one was the Chariot. Now we have the 6 of Wands. We will triumph over evil. We will overcome our obstacles. We will keep pushing even when we want to give up, because this is the result. All that we've been praying for, even the spells that we have casted, even working on severing soul ties and releasing the chains of generational curses and whatever else we've been dealing with. We're free. We will be abundant. We will be fulfilled in so many different ways, blessed in so many different ways. Our attitude is changing. And we finally realize that the way to break a soul tie, or one of the ways to break a soul tie, is to release the bitterness. Release the bitterness in our hearts so that we can move forward free of those burdens. And this is what we have. We are expanding in so many different ways. We're broadening our horizons. Good luck is starting to come our way. So all that has been taken away from us is now being returned 100-fold. So that's a good thing. All the good karma that we've accumulated will be returned to us 100-fold. And all the bad karma that these people we've been dealing with or have walked away from, they're receiving their bad karma 100-fold. Now they're looking to the side, hoping that we'd still be stuck, but nope, on a rope, bitch. Isn't this amazing? See, James? I told you. It ain't just those cards. There's always good news. We're done with the one-sided relationship, and I see that King of Pentacles speaking out. But look, I do see that there's going to be a man that is on our level, or just someone here. I see a man coming in. Okay, I'm sorry, but there it might be an Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This person is very established. They have money. They know how to take care of their money. This is someone that's coming in that really wants a stable relationship. They don't have commitment issues. They don't have mommy and daddy issues. And if they did, they worked on it and now they're healed. And this is somebody that really wants something real. But there's a situation here concerning karma that may get in the way. And only for a time being, because I feel like that could be causing a delay. But through these cycles, it'll be our turn. I'm telling you. It'll be our turn. We're working on debt right now, and now we're getting the money to pay off these debts. If we haven't gotten what's been owed to us, if somebody owes us money here, family that owes us money, whoever owes somebody here will be collecting. And we will be able to rest easy. Some of us may be moving, taking care of these debts, finding somewhere better, more efficient. We're also seeking our justice, or have already sought our justice here. We've spoken our truth and said what we had to say to someone here that could be an earth sign as well that's only been one-sided. I see so many different scenarios with this. There could be an air sign that could be watching us in some way, or they could be trying to reach out to us. But this is a very young energy when it comes to the air sign, right? Like, I feel like this person is still learning, still has a lot to learn. That's deep. And you know what? I'm very curious. Show me this King of Cups reversed. So we have the Eight of Wands. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, there's going to be communication that comes in from a water sign. But this person is not, we know who this person is. We end up turning this person down. Or they're just so blocked off, and they're just so weak spiritually, and they're weak to their vices, that we just know that we can't do it. We can't do it, right? We also have moved so quickly in the direction of our goals that now we're starting to see these positive shifts now that we may have decided to walk away from someone or multiple people here. I'm seeing this so strongly. Like, it's not bad that we've walked away. It's actually working out in our favor. We're being blessed more so. Look, there's definitely an offer that came in. It's a bullshit ass offer. Or we may have tried to offer our heart to someone here and someone was just not taking it. It could even be an offering of help or whatever. It doesn't even have to be just love. Like, it, you know, our energy speaks more to the tune of keeping to ourselves. We're going inward to seek what it is that our intuition is trying to tell us. We're trying to look inward to find the answers that we're seeking. And we can't do that with the distractions of these people that like to try and play with your emotions and make you dependent on them in some way. Trying to tear at your self-esteem to keep you bound to their control or keep you bound to their manipulations so they can continue to keep getting out of you. We stop doing that. And we've already said, we've said what we needed to say, and we don't need to say it again, right? We said it with our chest, right? Let me see this Eight of Pentacles. I see a lot of eights in this reading, and I absolutely love it. Oh my God. Yo! Okay. I get this feeling when I see it, because usually I don't. When I see the Knight of Chalices, I'm like, okay. But this is like so much promise, because we're continuously taking action on all it is that our hearts desire. Now we're starting to see things come to fruition, because we're going at it every single day, and we're not letting anything or anybody stand in our way. We're attracting so many things to us, which that's probably why we have to turn down so many people, but that doesn't mean that we're blocking our hearts off anymore. We're ready to receive and give love, but we're also not focused on it. So while we're putting this effort into building our empire and taking action, people are drawn to this. We find ourselves getting our own way. Somebody may view us as being very seductive, very beautiful, very attractive. We have a way with our words. They love our voice. They love our body, our minds even. And they love it rather than hate and be jealous on. This is what's coming in. And I see that we're embodying this energy because we're coming from a place of love now. We may have gone back, after someone came back from a trip here, we may have revisited some relationships where we had to express what we needed to say because we may have been mentally or emotionally or both stuck on a situation here that we left certain things unsaid, or someone is leaving things left unsaid, and it's caused a lot of problems here. We've done away with it. Our attitude is shifting, and because of that attitude shift, now we are accelerating our abilities at law of attraction. See, this is what I love to see, because we can do bad by our damn selves. Look at this. We are abundant. We are able to harvest the fruits of our labor here. We've accepted things as they are. We're done. We realize that this was God's plan. We realized that we needed to go through what we went through to be able to strengthen ourselves and to provide us with the wisdom that we now have. We realize that it's levels to this shit. Acceptance. I felt that before I even drew a damn card, and it feels so good. That's why we're finally releasing the burdens and energies of other people always having to either interfere or interject or, try and stop our shine. We're no longer crying over what's been lost. We can't stress ourselves over what cannot be changed. And because of that, again, look at this. Look at all of this success coming in, dude. Like, yo, we're taking flights, bitch. In first class, though. We're eating filet mignon, girl, with a glass of mimosa, bitch. Straight up in the morning, girl. We on the private yacht. Our business is stable. Family life straight. Edges laid. Makeup slayed. And for the guys out there, you got the women, and for the women out there, we got the men laid. But look, this is beautiful. Look at how it's in between 2 9. Somebody likes 69. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. I don't even know why I just told y'all that, but somebody likes that. Oh my God. Dirty. I'll do you if you do me, looking ass. I'm done. I'm done, bro. But look, it's in between 2 9s. And if you reverse them, they look the same. So like if you reverse a 9, it becomes a 6. If you mirror it. If you mirror a 6, it becomes a 9. Right? So reversal spells on pernt, bitch, because this, yes. Okay, yes. This is the result. We are so close to attaining everything we've dreamed of and more. This is where we are. No wonder they're mad. But probably because we've been so stressed out, a little bit, and it's just kind of been bogging us down. Maybe some external things have been going on that may have caused some delays or what have you. But now it's like, damn, like we keep pushing anyway. And people expect us to fall after they keep pushing us down, but we keep, getting back up and dusting it off and moving forward. And we're winning because of that. Everybody sees that. So all the people that they may have lied to other people about us too, now those people are seeing it too. And they can't run from the fact that now their lies have been exposed while we're recovering. Like, girl, what? I'm done. I'm done in a good way. Like, what? Look at this person. Some of us could be dealing with a Taurus. They could be having some family issues, or maybe they're having religious differences. Maybe it could be a marriage that you had this problem with where their family was always involved, causing problems, or, they stepped outside of the relationship, started rebelling against you, cheating and lying. Or you probably had someone in the family, period, that just looks down on other people. They're a Bible thumper, or, they just want everybody to believe what they believe, and they shun everybody who doesn't, but they don't look at someone's character. All the while this person may be religious, this person may be a snake in the grass, and they may be just, the very things that they're calling us, they are. That's what they are. They're just exposing themselves and projecting it onto everybody else. I see this strongly with this. It could be a Taurus specifically for some of you that's like this. They're very stubborn. They like to always go against the grain. They never want to listen to everybody else, and it's kind of like, it's very one-sided. They're very small-minded. People in the workplace are like this. Can't even tell a damn joke. Can't even lighten the mood a little bit. Somebody doing unscrupulous things in the background. So it could be churches, just using people for money, just passing the collection plate around. They got jets, and they're starving people, or like Joel Osteen with the storm and shit. And I don't want to argue about that, but that's just an example. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what I see. Or spiritual advisors coming out, realizing, and I realize there are a lot of people now starting to realize that certain spiritual advisors are tripping. Like it's all psychobabble. I think people are starting to realize that. Or maybe they're starting to realize that some spiritual advisors are enabling this very unhealthy thing where they kind of keep their viewers withholding this slight hope. Oh, they're coming back. They're coming back. They're coming back. Oh, and sometimes they really do come back, right? But at the same time, the way that it's like, who cares what the other person is feeling at that point, right? when it comes to somebody being unhealthy with you and abusing you and all these different things, right? Who cares what they're feeling? Why aren't we more focused on how we can heal the person that gave their all? And I feel like that's where we're feeling with this energy as well. We know that what we believe is the right way for us. We know that everybody is not going to be on the same page, and that's fine. We know that people may not agree with our style. People may not agree with our principles. People may not agree with, our religious or even spiritual practices. This is like the black sheep kind of energy where we know that we are, but we shouldn't have to be shunned or denied or rejected because of that. And we realize that. We realize our kindness has been taken for weakness because we've been chasing so many people for so long. And now I see somebody coming in for real. And somebody is trying to play games here. Straight up, somebody is trying to play games here. And that's where all this conflict is stemming from. I'm starting to realize. Somebody realizes that they missed an opportunity. And we realize that we need to turn down certain new beginnings. We can't take, all money is not good money and all love ain't good love, and especially not struggle love. So, no. Somebody's losing a legal battle. Somebody's having to get thrown out because of that, or somebody is dealing with the fact that, custody battles are being lost. And so now they're extra mad because of things that they tried to pull, the stunts they tried to pull in court, or, even in the workplace, they tried to blame somebody else for doing something that they really did, or family members doing that shit, trying to blame everybody. Oh, it's them to do, it's them this, it's them that. But now everybody sees who the real culprit is, and that culprit is now getting their bad karma. They're losing money, they're losing their home, they're losing relationships. People are starting to get hip to their game. Let me see this Four of Wands reverse, and that's intense, but in a good way. I love it. Two of Swords. See, they're dealing with a lot. See, they're creating a lot of opposition because they themselves are torn within themselves. They're torn. They're indecisive. They like to have their cake and eat it too. Period. And y'all know what I like to say in them close-up videos when I do it. We ain't serving no forks for you to eat your cake, bitch. So that's exactly what's going on. We're standing our ground, and I can see it. They're now indecisive. They don't know what they're gonna do. They don't know what they're gonna say because now it's over. It's over. It's done. All the games that they were playing, it's finally blown up in their face. And now I'm seeing with the situation that everybody that's been talking shit, everybody that's opposed us, now they're starting to have bad fortune. Return negative energy back to sender 100-fold, right? We're standing our ground, and now it's a stalemate. No one else, we could have blocked someone, literally, just by, just go ahead and setting up preventative measures just in case, blocking them just in case they try and come back. We already did all of that. And now they're realizing that, again, they're hitting a brick wall and they have no one else to face but themselves. They could still, again, have mommy issues, or they could be staying with their parents, or they have to move back in with their parents because of some bullshit, Now they feel inadequate, or they could have, again, mommy issues. There's something that's going on with this person that they just can't. They're not facing it, so therefore they're not healing it. But I do see that we're moving on to greener pastures, and that's shocking a lot of people because a lot of people are starting to look at themselves and see, damn. I'm losing it all, and now we're gaining it all, and they're watching us gain it all, and all they have is time to think back and think on all the things that they said to hurt us, all the things they did to manipulate us. By staying no contact, this is what they end up thinking. When karma at its finest comes, somebody's trying to drink it away, and it's not working. It's making matters worse. Let's wrap up with this Knight of Swords. I'm curious about this one. Show me the Knight of Swords. Okay. Interesting. So cards call to me in the middle, like when I touch them in the middle of shuffling sometimes. So Bear with me. We have the Knave of Chalices and the Lovers here. See, so I know somebody's indecisive. They can have 3 people, literally, and they're in the middle of a fucking like literally we would all make a square, bitch. Like it's not even a love triangle anymore. A freaking love rhombus, bitch. A love octagon looking ass. This is what's going on with this person. Again, they like to have their cake and eat it too. And they've been really indecisive about which direction they want to go. And one is blessed by the heavens and one is the karmic. And they may have just decided to keep both. We decided to walk away because we're not going to be the other woman or the other man here. And now somebody is wanting to come in really quickly. They're like, dude, come in. Like, this is what I want. You know, I love you, blah, blah, blah. You know, I feel for you. All these different things. They could be rushing you and shit. Now I want to clarify this Two of Wands reversed. I see this Gemini energy too. Coming out strong. You know what? And this is interesting because there's somebody that wants marriage or again was married and they stepped outside of the relationship and it blew up in their face because they thought they could have it all. It came out in the wash. Some of us probably dealt with a situation where they probably kept saying over and over, I believe them for you, you know, and then they never left. And then we found out and we were like, oh no. And then now that's coming to an end. Their marriage is coming to an end. Everything is coming down. Now somebody's definitely either trying to come in or trying to come back. When it comes to this third party situation for those of us dealing with that energy. Now, when it comes to us and our decision making, some of us may still be holding on to some fears when it comes to new offers, just for the simple fact that we've been through a lot and we know that we can't go through that again. And so we're being very cautious. We're trying to stay in our own lane. And so some of us may, because I'm looking at how this Nine of Swords and this Knave of Chalices is looking at each other and it's speaking to me. I feel like we're going to decide, you know what, fuck your confession. Fuck all that. You had your chance. You should have realized what you had when you had it. Somebody is definitely trying to triangulate us to make us jealous. I see that for sure. I really do. And this situation is going to be a temporary situation. That's why things can't heal. But I also feel like within the family especially, there are a lot of things concerning someone that, it could be a Gemini that wants to come in and admit how they feel, but it's like they've spent so much time not saying anything and creating these walls and these barriers that it's like, no, we're not on that tip anymore. Like, where were you at when, you know what I'm saying? Like when it mattered, right? And so now this is flipping upwards. While I'm talking about this, I really feel like somebody knows that they got somebody else pregnant, but then they found out it was somebody else's. So if they triangulated us, they were the ones that ended up getting triangulated in the end, yo. And now they're looking back and they see that this is us. Some of us may have a mom that wants to come back into our lives. And we're like, fuck all that. Fuck all that. Where were you at when I was a child and needed you the most during my developmental stages? Where were you when I needed you the most? You were supposed to protect me and you didn't. Where were you? And this person may not have been having a conscience. They didn't give a damn how it made other people feel. They may not look, within themselves. They're probably really judgmental. But now they see that we're not coming back to this because of that. We know that they're coming back for a reason. Because they use everybody else for sex or money or drugs or whatever the fuck it is they use other people for. But now that we're getting to the bag for real and we're like everybody's seeing it, we know who we have to be really careful with who we mess with because we're manifesting on at an accelerated rate. And this is why I'm telling you, when the full moon comes in, right? And that should be either the 28th, sometime between the 28th and the 30th of this month. I really do feel like that is when things will start to be at its peak. And now, not only have we already banished all of the darkness and the lower level energies, and we've been focusing on keeping our vibrations high, we've been putting in that work and not allowing people to distract us, and not allowing people to manipulate our emotions, manipulate our minds, and even manipulate us for sex. We've learned how to block that off. And now, I mean, look, we're not even paying attention to it, girl. Like, they really think that they're out here doing something. They thought that would do something, but we're not coming back. And now there's, yo, I'm done. I'm done. Look, we've already decided we don't want to talk to anybody else. That's how I'm not gonna lie. That's how I feel. I'm not blocking off the possibility of me being able to find someone that's trustworthy, right? But I think we're at the point right now where we know we need this time to ourselves. And now somebody else is forced into a situation where their diversion tactics, it's not working. Them not answering questions, direct questions, that's not working anymore. The gaslighting's not working anymore. We're not confused anymore. We will not be deceived anymore. See, we're breaking past the illusions. The truth has already come out. And it may have happened just like out of nowhere, like, damn, like so many epiphanies may have been coming to you about so many people here. And you're like, oh, no, fuck this. I deserve better. So I'm going to go out there and get that. Justice will be served. All right, final one. Let me see this Two of Wands reversed. Oh my God. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles coming out sideways. And y'all know how I feel about sideways cards. And then we have the Five of Wands sideways. So very interesting. So we could be dealing with an earth sign that may have been petty in some way. They do things to be petty, but then they'll have you believe that they don't care and all this other stuff. And, but then there's also our energy where we're more focused on money in the home and we're not getting caught up in the pettiness. People could be doing shit around our house or, trying to, people in the family trying to spread rumors so it will get back to us since they know that they're blocked or whatever. They're trying to be petty, but it's still blocked though, because we're not the same person that they thought that we were. We weren't even the person that they thought that we were back then, Somebody is extremely manipulative here, abusive. We're not dealing with it. Somebody's being laid to rest. Could be a fatherly figure. It could be somebody's grandparents here, I'm hearing, or people may have been extremely abusive about that, alienating you, not telling you shit that's going on, causing problems, starting fights for no reason. We're done. Trying to control the way you spend your money, who you chill with, what you're doing, who you like, what you like. We're done with that. We're laying it to rest. That's what that looks like to me. The sun is shining and we're laying this dust bucket to rest, right? Somebody probably just trying to use people or lie on their back to be able to get a woman or be able to get a man and use money, but it's not. Somebody realizes that that's not the only components that are necessary to a healthy relationship. Now they're being laid to rest. Look at how this looks, guys. I want y'all to look at this shit. Look. Okay, the funeral music is playing. Okay, so now he's buried and everybody's crying. That's what that looks like. Doesn't it? Like, this is the bed, but he's going into fire. Yo, somebody is they caused a lot of hell and they're trying to cause more hellfire and it ain't working no more because wands of fire. He's back. He's falling into it. He's burning up by the sun. He's burning up. He's burnt to a crisp. He's exposed. Now he's being laid to rest. This is crazy. That's funny. Check this out. Seven of Wands reverse. Somebody likes to express opposing opinions just to exhaust you. And I think we picked up on that. Two of Wands reversed. Because I feel like those don't really count. Two of Wands reversed. Okay. So, Seven of Swords. Yeah. Oh, somebody's fearing that the things that they've done in secret are coming to light, and they know they are. They know that they know that people are starting to see. Now we're starting to embody this energy as well. Now we're not talking to people anymore and explaining, hey, this is why I don't fuck with you. Now we're just not fucking with you, period. We're ghosting now. But it's a healthy version of ghosting, because we may have been talking about the same shit over and over and over, about the lying, about the cheating, about the stealing, about wearing the masks, and they didn't want to listen. And so now we're like, oh, well, zoop, sneaking off. Nope. You ain't finna catch me slipping. Nope. Somebody really thinks that they're about to get away. But that's why they're fearful, because they know that all these desperate attempts aren't working anymore. That's another reason why they're mad. If you guys have been dealing with feeling like, you know, somebody's putting a spell on you or somebody's causing a lot of chaos in your life, this is what they're seeing, and this is what it's going to be, period. They didn't realize that karma is a bigger bitch than any of us could be combined. You know what I'm saying? And I like how I see the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Like, I just noticed that. Yo, that's funny, bro. That's funny. So, this says it all. No wonder there's so many haters. Girl, I want everybody to look at these cards. James, you better apologize to me. I ain't even gonna let you live that down, bro. I'm gonna call you out every time. Somebody is so confused, y'all, because we stopped talking to them, because we're giving up. We're done. We're done. Oh my God. We're done with the deception. We're done with the bullshit. We're done with being kept in the dark. We're done with all of that. We're not talking anymore. People that have these weird personality, or they create personality clashes, or they create clashes for no reason. We're done with that. We know somebody's not being honest about how they feel. We feel it on the subconscious level. We see it in their body language, hear it in their tone of voice, see it in the way that, you know, all of these different things. And now that we've decided to block all that off, because we're done. Dude, the Tower came out again, yo. They're gonna get it, dude. But this is what we're going to get. Like, this is a trend. Like, all these people that wanted to flaunt their things in front of us and, like, try to act like they're better than us and they're smarter than us and they're more whatever than us. Now, all that's crumbling. And now they have to watch us walk past them. And everybody that ever doubted us, anybody that ever believed the rumors, the gossip, the bullshit, the lies, the slander, the defamation of character, they have to sit back and watch and take it. Yeah, take it, bitch. And that's why I'm called Mistress Lotus, because they about to take these L's, bitch. Okay? Beautiful read. So much to look forward to. Everything you've been praying for is coming true. Love is coming in. Money is coming in. People are starting to recognize you. You're expanding your business, expanding your brand, expanding yourself, expanding your home, moving away to somewhere so much better than you've ever been before. I mean, look at this. And everybody we may make it look easy, but people don't realize when they try to duplicate what is not able to be duplicated, they realize that it takes a lot of hard work. And then they have to look at themselves and realize, damn, I am a piece of shit. I am lazy. Oh, and then they have to realize that it's their fault. Because we decided to keep pushing forward. This is what we get. Everything is okay. Let them be mad. It's because we're doing better than them. And better, and even better than that without them. I just don't even want to put these cards back. Can we have a moment of silence? Lord, I thank you so much for these beautiful energies coming our way. Look at this love that you brought into our lives, this light, this divine guidance, divine strength, and divine power, this abundance, this stability, this wealth, this health, this healing. Thank you so much. Because yes, bitch, yes. Look. Finally, guys, it's happening. It's happening. I'm done, boy. I'm done in such a good way. Like, I already knew. I finally realized, I was like, wow, they want you to be low vibes so they can fuck with you, so you could feel the way they do. They need you to desperately believe that you're the one feeling the way that they feel. But really, it's just our intuitive response and their projections that we don't realize at times. But once we learn that shit, that's why they're done, son. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like doing these longer streams. I always tend to rush myself, and but this was a very, bro, let me take these back out because I'm tripping. I'm tripping. What is everybody signing here right now? Let's see who's in here. And while we're talking, I'll put a little bit of music on for our little smoke break. Tell me what signs y'all are. And also, guys, tell me, I only saw one person tell me this. Tell me where you're, I guess not your time zone. Tell me what day, Saturday or Sunday, you want the drawing and what time. And also your sign. And before we leave, I would love to play this again because illumination, bitch. Damn it. Hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna chill for a minute. I got something I want to tell y'all. So I wanted to share something with you guys. Here are a few tips that you can do to keep your vibration high. I know we've been talking a lot about that, and I haven't given you guys some examples. So, one way is you can. Oh, she said, "Okay, I'll chill and wait." All right, girl, do what you want. Okay, so you guys can use a selenite wand to sweep through your auric field about 6 inches away from you, and just like go over your whole body, right? And you imagine white healing light kind of enveloping your whole body. So it's visualization and kind of clearing. But this does well on its own, right? It looks like a piece of light in my hand here. Another way, you can use lemons, but that's a little bit more hands-on. You would have to do it morning and night for, I believe, either 7 days or a fortnight, right? You can do that, sweep it across your auric field, and I guess you just leave it on your altar. I believe it's that simple. Make sure you put some sea salt around it. Another way, I've been finding the use of mirrors. And guys, when I tell you, and you know what? I'm going to tell you this story time as a side note, because I want you guys to look at something. Mirrors are very important when it comes to amplifying your energy. And we've already talked about the use of black mirrors and all of that and how that has a play in things. But the power of mirrors and mirroring in general, using mirrors for reversal spells, I see that doing these can be very cleansing, very empowering, very freeing. So again, I help clients by doing reversal spells and protection spells. I usually stick to more of like the healing kind of thing. So basically like white magic, green magic, things like that. So I noticed that reversal spells and utilization of mirrors really helps solidify what you're sending back, right? And you can use them at any time. Like, think about it. You can like go to like somebody's house and you can just like say a shitload of shit in, like inside of a mirror over and over and over and over, right? And then you could be cursing somebody, or like somebody could be doing that subconsciously and they don't know it. Like it's crazy. So the power behind these can also be used for good, right? When you see things in that perspective. And once you use them for good and you start to program yourself every day, make it a habit, be consistent, you can transform your life. Another way that you can clear your energy, which I've always talked a lot about, are spiritual baths. You know, you back at it again. Um, another way, another way that I suggest everyone try is a witch bottle. A witch bottle, you say? Well, a witch bottle is something that you get a bottle and you make it witchy. And what I mean by making it witchy, people, is that you need to make sure that you put some crazy motherfucking shit in that shit. I mean, I want you to put the sharpest, dustiest, crustiest, mustiest, with a pinch of salt, preferably sea salt and black salt. You also want to make sure you put something that ties your energy to that bottle. And I want you to put some hair. Maybe if you would like to piddle diddle, you can do that as well. You know, I don't want to get a little too graphic, you know, but make sure you can spit into the bottle. You can do whatever you want to do. But you, by golly, you better make that goddamn diddly daddly. You got to make that witch bottle today. It'll save your life. It'll misdirect all the bad energies and help you transform those energies into good energies. Okay? So, to everybody that's wondering, that's Mistress Lotus's friend there, Sheriff Lotus. Right? But seriously. And then when you guys do that, there are many different ways you can do it. A lot of people are kind of on two sides to this. Preferably, you want to do this for a protection bottle. You want to do it during the waning moon, but you can do it at any moon that you feel fits best for you. I feel like spells work better when they're personalized. Right? Like what you read on Google is not necessarily going to be the one all be all. Like you have to craft your own. So however you want to tie yourself to that, just make sure you do it. You can either bury it or hide it somewhere, but you need it to be somewhere where you can check on it and it will also be untouched. And honestly, at first I was kind of skeptical because I've never heard of it before, but this has been done for a very long time, for thousands of years. It works. So that's one way. And then yeah, just come listen to me when you need some gangsta Lotus messages. You know? I realize the more that you focus on keeping your vibe high, the easier it is for you to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Roll with the punches, right? Like, so those are my tips. If any of you guys have any to share, go ahead and freaking say that shit in the chat. I always love to learn new things like that, you know? Plus, I stay on YouTube. Get moving and grooving, of course. Oh, yes, yes. I can't believe I forgot that one. Of course, exercise. Dancing. Dancing. Right? Spirit told me to go to the ocean and bring home as much seawater home as possible. That's amazing. You know what? That's so funny that you say that, Blue Flame, because when I went to Galveston, I went kind of like spur of the moment. It wasn't the best situation, but it worked out. It was nice. And it's interesting that you bring up seawater. When I went in it, it was like I released something I didn't know was even there. And I felt free. I just kind of, I don't know how to explain what I did, but I did something in it. Yeah. I should have took some home. Fuck. Wait, Renee said dance? Oh, you want me to dance? Oh my gosh. What do y'all want me to dance to? I can't even think of anything. Look. You want me to dance to Lotus Squad again? Yeah. Get creative, paint, redecorate. That's what I'm doing. Yes, I also have mountain water. Damn. I've never been to the mountains. There's so many places I need to go. Yo, that would be tight. Anyway, that's tight. I've been there like once. It was all right. Okay, all right. All right. Everybody's in the PA. Anywho. Oh, excuse me. I swear I don't want to put this back in the deck. I just want to say I'm gonna wrap this up, you guys. I feel like I've been on here. I've worn out my welcome, right? I ran out of steam. It's like, damn, it's time to eat. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. It's been awesome. Guys, don't forget, bitch. That's why they mad though, right? Straight up. So keep your heads up, get some rest. I find that that's something I need to say. We may need to kind of pull back a little bit, not rush towards our goal a little bit, and allow ourselves to rest. It's okay. But once again, thanks so much. If you guys need to contact me, once again, my information is in the description box below. And thank you guys so much. We will be doing the motherfucking drawing on Sunday. And I saw noon, so I don't know. I'm in Central Time. So let's say if I do it like, I say 3 p.m., bro. I say like 3 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Central Time, on Sunday. We'll do the drawing. And yeah, until next time, you guys, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.